We were talking a lot about this new DC, a guy who very much associated with the last DC is one Zack Snyder. Well, Zack Snyder has some stuff going down, and there is the last photograph. He has set the cast for that. So let's talk about the last photograph. Coming in from Dark Horizons here. And Zack Snyder has set the last photograph cast. Who we got? Man of Steel 300. Watchmen director Zack Snyder has announced his next feature, the long passion project, The Last Photograph, making Snyder's first film since the two-part Rebel Moon saga for Netflix. Snyder has enlisted 2 stars from those films, Stuart Martin and Fra-Fee, for these projects. The story follows an ex-DEA operative who must return to the mountains of South America in an effort to find his missing niece and nephew following the brutal murders of their diplomat parents. Enlisting the help of a washed-up junkie war photographer, the only person to have seen the face of the killers, he sets out determined to find the children and the truth, but soon learns he must also face the ghost of his past. The journey takes them farther and farther away from civilization, bringing into question everything they believe while slowly eroding the distinction between real and surreal. Production gets underway this month and will shoot through November in Iceland, Colombia, and Los Angeles. Snyder will direct from a screenplay by Kurt Johnson, with Snyder having a story by credit. Zack Snyder, Deborah Snyder, Gianni Nunari, and Wesley Kohler will produce. Hans Zimmer, Stephen Dorr, and Omar Binyan are handling the score in the film, which Snyder dubs a meditation on life and death. Okay, Chris. So where'd you go? There you are. So we hear that Snyder's doing this. This is a different kind of project for him. What do you think? I don't know if I could rave about trade any more than I do, but man, let me try. I love it. Summer's over now. Oh, it's getting to be over. And so I'm just locked into this morning routine, and I love trade coffee. I really do look forward to wake up in the morning and go, trade coffee, here we go. They recommend beans that I love. They know me well enough now. And they ensure that they're roasted to order. They ship them fresh to my door. I've gotten so many great coffees. I would have definitely never found these at the grocery store. There's no way. And every cup is really perfect. I just love it. It's so damn satisfying. Trade Coffee is the #1 coffee destination in the U.S. for both hot and cold coffee drinkers. They've sourced the best beans from over 50 top roasters across the U.S. They even have easy-to-use curated gear so you can brew at home with better flavor and value than any cafe or bottled cold brew. I'm telling you, it's like my morning routine. I have Trade. I don't. If you know my show, you know how much I love Trade. It's just the best. The bags that they send are great. I have I'm able to I grind the beans. I love them, and I've never gone back. Right now, Trade is offering 50% off a 1-month trial, but you got to go to drinktrade.com/Christian. That's drinktrade.com/Christian. Get 50% off 1 month. Drinktrade.com/Christian. Go there. Tell them that we sent you. Love Trade Coffee. I love Trade Coffee.
I am really actually very interested in this because it does sound so personal, something he's been working on for 20 years, and that he does have some very horrible life experience to pull from.
Yeah.
And I'm always so impressed by people who can use that and explore it through their art, because it takes a really brave person, I think, to share those parts of themselves and explore that with an entire audience. It's hard to make art in general. We sit here and talk about what we dislike and like in movies and TV all the time. It's so hard to make movies and TV. I can tell you all the time what I would do instead, but if it came down to me actually executing something, I probably would still fall flat.
Right.
So I love the idea, though, of him just really putting a really personal viewpoint on something. The story itself sounds really interesting to me. I love a good political thriller. I love that kind of exploration. And for me, it's just let's kind of go back to some of the things that were really great in Man of Steel. Some of those nice quiet moments. Let's not get so hung up on, slow motion hail bailing like we did in Rebel Moon.
I'm gonna say the same.
But if we do just really some great character driven exploration here with the action that we know that Snyder can deliver, I think you've got something that has real potential.
I agree. I think what happens with him is that it's almost like Shyamalan. When Shyamalan was doing all his movies, everyone was expecting a twist, right? And so 300 and all those movies are so visually stimulating, and the way that they were so interesting, and the slow motion, and other things, that I feel like he almost feels like he needs to do that in every movie, and he doesn't, because when he relies on certain emotional moments, he really can make them work, because that was an action, and he shoots action very well. I couldn't agree with you more when it came to Rebel Moon. I remember watching the scene in the beginning, like, oh, I'm locked in, and there, Sophia Butella's in the middle of this fight, and I'm like, oh, this is great, and then she goes. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that right now? Just finish the fight. Let's see the fight. I don't need to see slow motion. And it just halted it in the middle. I'm like, no, you were so locked in. And he did that throughout the entire movie. And he's done it so many different times. Hoping this kind of movie doesn't allow him to do that. I hope that it's more conversational. I hope that there is some like crazy action. I want to see him change it up a bit and see what else he can do besides just relying on the visual stuff, because as you mentioned, I love Man of Steel. I love that movie, and I think that he really pulls a lot of great emotional moments from Henry Cavill and other things in there. I want to see that happen moving forward, and he did it a few times in Watchmen, and I think there's I think this is a project I'm really looking forward to for him, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to be powerful and interesting, and something that I genuinely hope that this is something that helps get people off the Snyderverse conversation. Let him create new things. Let him play in other sandboxes. Let him do other movies. He's moved on. Let's all move on as an audience and support what else he's trying to explore.
100%. What do you guys make of Zack Snyder's new project? Do you like the way it sounds? Are you going to be checking it out? Do you think that it's going to be something that is going to change up his wheelhouse a little bit? What say you? Put your thoughts in there in the comment section, whether you're watching live, on the replay, and especially the Clips channel. If you haven't already subscribed to that Clips channel, what are you doing? Head on over there. Make sure you do that.